What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another video and I'm super excited. It is currently the last week in March, so I'm a little behind. I need to plant, and that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. We're going to plant some seedlings, but before I do that, I want to show you guys my garden book again, as well as some other gardening books that I've been using as well. Then after I show you guys that, we're going to plant some seeds and then talk to you guys about how I plan on selling the seeds and actually using the seeds that I plant in today's video. So this is my gardening book that I got from last year. I used to keep all of my seeds in a bucket until last year. I left it outside. It got rained on and they all started growing. So I ruined all of the seeds I had. My mom thought that it'd be a good idea to keep an organized bucket, so she made me this for my birthday. It's Reese's gardening seeds, and it basically has all the seeds that I need and all the seeds that I have inside of it. As you can see, pretty cool. Starts with basil. Goes to lettuce. We have some peppers, strawberries. I showed you guys this in the last video, but I felt like I just needed to show you guys this again as well. And then in the very back, we have a bunch of herbs. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Definitely makes a birthday gift if you guys know anyone out there who's into gardening, or if you're into gardening yourself. You just got to make sure you fold down the top, or else you have some seeds like this, like I do. But yeah, that was pretty awesome. And then I also want to show you guys some books that I have as well. So these are the two gardening books that I have and that I wanted to show you guys. The first one on the left is Fred Seaver's On Gardening. Now, I like this book because the author is actually from my state. So a lot of the tips and a lot of the tricks that he has in this book actually make sense for me in my zone that I'm in. I have not finished reading the entire book, but I really like it because inside there's a lot of illustrations and they come in really, really handy, and just a lot of fun and interesting facts about plants and species and different trees and such. So really cool. And then this is my book on the complete illustrated guide to herbs, and it basically just talks about different ways that you can use these things. Instead of, culinary, you can use them in other ways like healing, remedies, medicine, and health. A lot of times back in the old days, people used to use these for a lot more than we use them for today, and it's pretty cool, pretty interesting stuff. I mean, some of the ways and some of the things that these herbs and these flowers do, it's pretty mind-boggling in today's society, thinking that these things can do that. So a lot of illustrations, as you guys can see, which is pretty good for someone who's a visual learner like me. I need to finish reading this because there's so much good stuff and so much knowledge in this, but I felt like I just needed to show you guys the two books that I have and the two books that I use before I plant any seeds. So, and now we need to bring the gardening seed book back because, like I said, today's video we are going to be planting seeds, and specifically we're going to be planting two different types of seeds: basil seeds and lettuce seeds, because we have a garage sale coming up next month. And I'm super excited to sell some plants. So each year we have a garage sale, and last year I sold a decent amount of plants. So this year I do want to sell some of the plants as well. And basil was one of my best sellers, as well as lettuce. Now we also had some tomato plants last year, but I might say that for another video. These are the seeds I went through and picked. We have two different types of basil as well as two different types of lettuce seeds. We have Italian large leaf for the basil. These things get so big and so beautiful. I had leaves that were the size of my hand 2 years ago, so it was pretty crazy. And then down on the bottom we have two different types of lettuces. We have an heirloom lettuce with red romaine, and then we also have just a regular bib lettuce as well. So fast forward a couple days and we're back in my room. Last week I did a video and I showed you guys my outside garden and my orchard and all the plans that I have for this season. Fast forward this week and it's raining outside, so I wanted to bring you guys inside and show you guys my greenhouse. That was the plan. So I planted some seeds about 5 days ago, some lettuce seeds and some basil seeds. And I want to give you guys updates on the basil because they've poked their head through. And then I also wanted to show you guys the greenhouse that I put in my room that I start the majority of my seeds. So basically, as you can see, I have a greenhouse. There are 3 different levels. The middle level is the only level that I'm utilizing right now because I don't have that many plants to use all 3 of the levels and all 3 of the lights. So the middle level is where I start most of my plants. Then when they get bigger, I bring them up to the top level, and then the bottom level is also for starting seeds as well, very small plants. And I actually have a greenhouse, whatever you want to call it, in my closet where I also grow plants and seedlings. The one on the bottom is a little bit more powerful. As you can see, the sides, we have some reflective stuff to trap all the light and reflect it back onto the plants. And then we pan up to the top and we have basically my first closet greenhouse, not greenhouse, whatever you want to call it. But I built this first before I built the bottom level as well as the greenhouse stand. So pretty exciting stuff. I also grow some plants. As you can see, we have some of the basil seeds up there. And then I'm going to give you guys a close look at the basil seeds that we planted last week because they are growing a bit. So it's only been a couple of days, and the basil seeds are the only seeds that have been poking out of the dirt. So super excited. I planted 36 basil seeds, and I see about 20. So right now we have a 50% germination rate, which is not the best, but I'm sure a couple more will be popping their head through. So super excited. Basil is probably my favorite plant to grow. I know we've had very good luck last year in growing basil as well as selling basil on our basil stand that we put at the side of the road. So yeah, super excited. If you guys want to watch more videos and watch my journey this year, it would be much appreciated if you guys give me a like and a subscribe so I can keep you guys updated with how my garden's doing, how my orchard's doing, how my seeds are doing, and how selling seeds this year are doing. So if you guys enjoy these type of videos, growing food and all of this whatnot, make sure you guys stick around for some more videos. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys, and stay blessed. Peace.